I shared this story several years ago on social media. Now I'm going to share it on my YouTube channel. In 2008, I had at the time he was a close friend. I ran into him, I didn't run into him literally. I ran into him, saw him one day inside a store. We got talking a little bit. He introduced me to his girlfriend. This was after the fact. Well, this person would end up taking advantage of me financially. I helped him out with a large amount of money, and I never saw a penny back. About a year or so went by, and I remember walking through the store, and I saw him. He didn't see me. But then, as I started, I was walking towards him because I was walking towards towards the entrance/exit to the store, and so I was walking towards him, but I had no intention of approaching him. And like clockwork, before I even made it to the door, he turned his head slightly, caught a glimpse of me, and then he did one of those. And as soon as he saw me, you could just see the remorse, the regret in his eyes. But I still didn't approach him. Every single time I would see him out and about, I would not talk to him. I wouldn't approach him. But then after nearly 7 years of this happening, this type of anytime I'd see him or his girlfriend, who was eventually his wife, anytime I would see them, they wouldn't say anything to me. I wouldn't say anything to them. They were the guilty feelings that they had were really getting them down. One day, I went to a Bible study group, and we talked about forgiveness. And I thought, I felt that I'd already forgiven this person, but I felt like things would be a lot easier for them, and I felt like a burden would be lifted off my shoulders as well if I went to this person and told him that I forgave him. I happened to know where he was working, so I went to his place of employment. Won't say where that was, but I went to it, and I was like, if this person sees me, he knows, what he did. And every single time he sees me, he doesn't want to see me. He doesn't want to talk to me. He lowers his head, or he tries not to let me see him, or because he's so guilty, feels so guilty. So I thought, he's not going to want to talk to me. Maybe I need to write a letter and either try to give it to him or just show it to him. So I took a pen and paper. I wrote out what I wanted to say, which was, I forgive you. Hope you have a blessed week. Congratulations on the family. Well, actually, I said congrats on the family. I didn't say congratulations. I abbreviated it. Anyway, when this person saw me, like clockwork, that look of guilt immediately came over their face, their expression. And I asked for assistance with something. He looked at one of his coworkers. He says, hey, this person wants to know if you can help them with something. When that person approached me, he's like, do you have something you need assistance with? I said, yes, but I want to talk to him personally. He's like, okay. When this person walked up to me, I held up the letter. Without hesitation, they immediately hugged me in tears. Because the weight of guilt that had been on them for that long period of time was finally lifted. And honestly, a burden had been lifted off my shoulders as well, because I finally told them that I forgave them, and honestly, a small part of me up to that point hadn't forgiven them. Moral of the story, no matter what somebody does to you, no matter what, whether it be a mental, emotional, physical, breaking of the trust, or, no matter what somebody does to you, you don't have to trust them. But it's so freeing to forgive. Thank you for your time.